What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz, the adult. All right, man, look. Hold up. Because we got something to talk about. All right, first of all, I know I scheduled a lot. I do my videos in advance. So I scheduled them to release, and I know a lot kind of came out today. But this is me right now. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm posting it, okay? All right, so look, I just read that the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman is close to being ready for July. The Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman fight, is this an April Fool's joke? Dude, hold on, man. And I was talking to my show business partner, Regulator, and he's like, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. This April 1st has been busy. Is this April Fool's or no? Somebody let me know, man. So I don't know if Keith Thurman is really going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July, but it seems as though the deal is almost set, almost made, and they're going to fight in July. So let's break this fight down and let's talk about everything, okay? First, I am going to say this, and I want you guys, all you Manny Pacquiao fans, this is just my opinion. Hear me out. Once I'm done, I'm going to move to something else. Don't get your feelings broke and hurt and you just leave the video. If you can't take it, then you can't take it. But if he's going to fight Keith Thurman, does that kind of prove that he didn't want Errol Spence? I mean, for whatever reason. Listen, Floyd Mayweather would not be ready for Manny Pacquiao by June or July. We knew that. We knew that. If Maypac 2, if that happens, and it looks like it will happen, that's going to happen late 2019, if not 2020. I know he has like 2 more fights on his contract with PBC, something like that. So that fight, I know is in the future. Near future, though. Him taking Keith Thurman and not Errol Spence, what does that say to you? Keith Thurman is young. Errol Spence is young. So it's not the young thing. If Manny Pacquiao is 40 for Errol Spence, isn't he 40 for Keith Thurman? Can we just not be biased and kind of... So, you, Manny Pacquiao fans, you may feel more comfortable that he's fighting Keith Thurman. It may make you feel more comfortable because I think it's you that kind of feel that you don't think Manny Pacquiao can beat Errol Spence. Okay? When I said that Manny Pacquiao was ducking Errol Spence, I was looking at the other possibilities. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia. And I know that he was trying to kind of persuade Floyd Mayweather into fighting him eventually. I know that. But I'm saying in the near future, he's talking about fighting Keith Thurman. That fight is close to being made. He jumped in the ring with Errol Spence. It seems as though that was going to be the next fight, but he takes Keith Thurman instead. What's the difference between Keith Thurman and Errol Spence? Whatever excuse you have, what's the difference? Other than Errol Spence is higher on the pound-for-pound list, and Errol Spence would be a bigger money fight than Keith Thurman. The only difference is Keith Thurman seems to be less of a threat than Errol Spence. That's why you take the Keith Thurman fight. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Manny Pacquiao, if this is true and not an April Fool's joke, he's taking Keith Thurman, or his team is taking Keith Thurman. Maybe Manny Pacquiao's like, hey, whoever I fight, I just fight. Manny Pacquiao's probably not scared of anybody. But I'm just saying his team chose Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman is less of a threat. Or it's Al Heyman. Al Heyman is puppeteering and saying, hey, we want Spence against Sean Porter. We want that to happen. So you fight Keith Thurman. Maybe Al Heyman is the one that's kind of making all this stuff happen. Either way, Keith Thurman was chosen instead of Errol Spence because Keith Thurman seems to be less of a threat than Errol Spence. Now that we got that out the way, and I spent a few minutes on that, but I just wanted to break that down as much as I could. Now, with that said, I think Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao is a war. I've been saying that forever. If this is real, I am extremely excited of the possibilities. I love Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao. I think that's a war. I think that's a classic. I think Manny Pacquiao got the type of feet that make Keith Thurman, he's going to corner Keith Thurman if Keith Thurman get on his bicycle. But in my head, in my mind, I see Keith Thurman as somebody who swings during the exchange. When Pacquiao's swinging, he's going to swing back. I'm telling you, that's just Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman doesn't win fights by just running. He hit too. That's why he win fights. That's why he pulled out the fight against Shawn Porter, because he hurt Shawn Porter a few times. He hit him with the more significant punches. So let's not just rip apart Keith Thurman. All right? Keith Thurman is undefeated. Keith Thurman is a good fighter. And that last fight against Lopez was not a great showing, but I expected that after being gone for 24 months or however long he was gone. I expected that. He's not going to be fresh as a daisy. So I think Keith Thurman against a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao is one heck of a fight. As far as predictions, who I think is going to win that fight, man, I think if this is Al Heyman being a puppet master, and he put Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman together, I think for him, it doesn't matter who wins that fight. For Manny Pacquiao, if he loses, everyone still want Manny versus Floyd. Okay, so that doesn't stop anything. If he wins, though, he can do way more with Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, if he wins, it's even better, because you get your cake and eat it too. You don't lose the Manny and Floyd fight, and Keith Thurman can be seen as the man. He conquered Manny Pacquiao, and now you're talking about a real big fight between Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, or Keith Thurman and Shawn Porter rematch, and Errol Spence could go across the way and fight Terrence Crawford. I heard Terrence Crawford is begging for that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford, he wants Errol Spence after Khan. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that can happen, but there's more possibilities if Keith Thurman wins, all right? So as far as my prediction of that fight, if this fight is for real, I'm going to have to sit and think on that. That's a very close fight. I am extremely excited about the possibilities. I love this fight. Maypac 2, not really my bag. I saw the fight already. But I'm saying Keith Thurman versus Manny Pacquiao, oh my God. I mean, that's a barn burner. So let me know what you guys think. Please comment below. And ShowBizz the dope. I'm out. Huh.